Mark chapter number 14. Mark chapter 14. While you're turning, I want to remind you, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday starts our Vacation Bible School. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday starts our Vacation Bible School. Amen. I need all of you to be here. It's going to be a fun time. Amen. We're going to have teaching. We're going to have games. We're going to have prizes. It's going to be a great time. And I need you guys to be here. So we will not have regular Tuesday night service on this Tuesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm looking to see all of you in Vacation Bible School starting at 7 o'clock. What time did I say? 7 o'clock. Amen. I want to see y'all at 7 o'clock. Amen. The children are going to have their own class. The adults are going to have their own class. And we're looking to have a good time. Amen. 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 I'm going to feed y'all. Amen. Natural food. Amen. We're going to be fed spiritual food. And I need you guys to support. Amen. Amen. I want to say thank you to all of you that have been traveling with me this week, this past week. Thank you, amen, for your support. Thank you for your diligence. Y'all pray for me and Clyde. We're going to Atlanta the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, and we'll be back on Saturday. Y'all pray for us. Amen. We are flying to a conference, and then I'm going to come back. I'll be home a week, and then the following week, I think the week I'm leaving July the 7th, and I'm going to Dallas for a week for another conference. So I need you guys to pray for me. Amen. And when I come back from Dallas, we're going to be in pre-anniversary mode. Amen. Amen. Every Tuesday, the last 3 Tuesdays of July will be our pre-anniversary, and we're looking for a great time. Those of you who really appreciate what I do as pastor, amen, I pray, God, that you will continue to lift me up in prayer. Amen. Amen. I need your support physically as well as financially. Amen. 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 So I want to say thank you to my pastor's aid team, amen, who have worked so diligently to cover the cost of my travel to Dallas. Amen. Thank you guys. Amen. That's why we be telling y'all to go to Cafe Crunch and all of that. Amen. And they have been a major blessing to me, and I appreciate you guys for that. I'm asking each family for $104 for this anniversary. Amen. Now listen, I've learned some stuff over the last 3 years, and I'm smart enough to know that everybody's not going to give what I asked for. So those of you that are going to give the $104, thank you. Those of you that are not, shut up about the people that's giving. Amen. 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 If you're not going to support, at least keep your mouth closed about those that do. Amen. Say amen. 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 So I thank God for all of you. I don't have no paper here, so I pulled the announcements off the top of my head. Amen.
Nachos, actually.
Amen. So did I miss anything?
Nachos, Pastor David.
They're selling nachos after service for Pastor's Aid, and they are $3. Amen. Amen. So y'all please support them. Amen.
And today is also 4th Sunday.
Oh yeah, and today is Pastor's Aid Sunday. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So y'all hook me up today. Amen.
Amen.
And don't let that taint your giving.
Amen.
Amen. That's not your offering. That's not your tithe. Amen. Don't make no excuses. I said to us, to those that were here on Tuesday night, don't let your giving and these summer months, don't let it kill your drive and your endurance. Amen. 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 Last week was a struggle to raise an offering. Amen. It was a struggle. Amen. So I pray that today is a much better day. Amen. Amen. So listen, everywhere you go, amen, you giving up something.
That's right.
I see it's going to be a hard service already. I say everywhere you go, you giving up something. Amen. Amen. You don't walk into no concert for free. Amen. You don't travel for free. Talk to me. And And let me say this. Let me just say this, and then I'm gonna preach. And I pray we hype up when I preach, because you're gonna get mad right about here. And I'm serious. Let me say this, and I'm saying this from a for real, honest place. Church, we got to get to a place where we stop expecting God to do big things, but we tip him like he's a waiter at a restaurant. Amen. We want major blessings, and every time something goes on in your life, you want God to come through. But when it's time for you to hold up your end of the relationship, you want to pass him a tip and expect him to accept it. Everything in God has structure and order. There are rules. And the Bible says that if you want to reap a harvest, you got to plant a seed. Now, I know, a lot of religious people, try to tell you, you ain't supposed to give, you ain't, Jesus paid it all and all of that. Okay, cool. When you tell that to Valero when you go on pump 10, tell them Jesus paid it all and see it. Because we only pull that you don't have to give crap when you come to church. Everywhere else, you pay your money.
That's right.
Say amen. And listen, I'm an honest pastor. I try my best to be honest with y'all. It's not about the amount. It's about the obedience. But if you tell the truth, y'all be lying in your giving. Amen. I said that. Amen. Some of y'all be lying. Because if your finances are $2,000 and $3,000 and you only give God 10 or 5, that's not an honest tithe. That's a tip. That's right. That's what you give a waiter at Wingstop. Say amen. Amen. So I'm just saying, do God better. Because God gonna take care of me, he gonna take care of the church. That's not my beef. My beef is those of you who want to pimp the system. Come on, son. Because everybody in this room know that you, at some point in your life, you want to be a baller, you want to be a millionaire, or at least close. I want to be a thousandaire. So if you can't manage $300, what you gonna do with $3 million? You need wisdom. Amen. And so I'm saying this I'm not fussing. I'm really concerned, because even some of you parents don't teach your children how to give because you stingy. Everything is about sacrifice. I prove it. That's not my sermon, but let me prove it. God so loved the world, he gave his only. And some of you, when it's time to give, you got more than what you give. And then the truth be told, some of y'all ain't struggling because of your job. You're struggling because of the mentality that you have. Amen. Amen. That you're always doing stuff with your money that you don't need to do. That's right. Some of y'all, I promise you, some of y'all would live better if you would learn how to invest your income tax. Amen. You boogers get that check, and y'all got going to buy furniture, going to buy a new car, and by that boogie hit in March, by May you broke. That's the devil. Amen. All right, Lord, hype them up because they salty, right? Amen. Mark chapter 9. Tell your neighbor, do better, do better. Do better.
Mark 14.
Huh?
Mark 14.
Mark 9, I'm sorry. Mark 9, 14. Mark chapter 9, verse 14. I'm sorry. Amen. Mark chapter 9, verse 14. The Lord has been ministering to me for the last few nights. I haven't really slept too well. I started tossing somewhere between 3 and 5. God bringing people up before me. The Lord's been speaking to me about me. And I'm just grateful for what God is doing, even in an uncomfortable place. Amen? Amen. Amen. So if you see me preaching a little different, I'm not crazy. I'm just reinventing some stuff. Amen. Mark chapter 9, verse 14. If you're there, scream out there. Amen. Tell your neighbor, don't be quiet on the preaching today. This is my only service today, so I'm going to give it all I got. From the New American Standard Version of the Bible, and I'm definitely grateful because, amen, Brother Clarence talked that noise, and I whooped him in pool yesterday. He thought I wasn't going to say that, and I whooped him. had so much. Thank all of y'all who went to David Buster's with us yesterday. We had so much fun. So much fun. I talked about that all afternoon. I had so much fun with y'all yesterday. Amen. So I'm grateful. Amen. I got to hang with elect lady all day yesterday. All day. Amen. So I ain't hanging with her all day today. She going to another service. I'm not going. Amen. It's my only church today. Amen. Praise the Lord. Verse 14. When they came back to the disciples, they saw a large crowd around them and some scribes arguing with them. Immediately when the crowd saw him, they were amazed and began running up to greet him. And he asked them, "What are you discussing with them?" One of the crowd answered him, "Teacher, I brought you my son, possessed with a spirit which makes him mute. And whenever it seizes him, it slams him to the ground, and he foams at the mouth and grinds his teeth and stiffens out. I told your disciples to cast it out, and they could not do it." And he answered them and said, "O unbelieving generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring him to me." They brought the boy to him. When he saw him, immediately the spirit threw him into a convulsion, and falling to the ground, he began rolling and foaming at the mouth. And he asked his father, "How long has this been happening to him?" And he said, "From childhood. It has often thrown him both into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us." And Jesus said to him, "If you can." All things are possible to him that believe. Immediately the boy's father cried out and said, "I do believe, but help my unbelief." When Jesus saw that a crowd was rapidly gathering, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying to it, "You deaf and mute spirit, I command you, come out of him and do not enter him again." Let me prophesy. Look at somebody and tell your neighbor, say, "Neighbor, whatever you're struggling with, tell it to find its exit and never come back again." Scream at somebody, "When I get out of this, it ain't never coming back." That ain't my sermon. I just wanted to drop that in your spirit. Oh, tell somebody that thing ain't never coming back. Let's do an old song. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Woo! Verse 26. After crying out and throwing him into a terrible convulsion, it came out, and the boy became so much like a corpse that most of them said, "He is dead." But Jesus took him by the hand and raised him up, and he got up. When the disciples came into the house, his disciples questioned him privately, "Why could we not drive it out?" And he said to them, "This kind cannot come out by anything but prayer." I want to preach power that only faith can produce. Power that only faith can produce. Brothers and sisters, thank you, ushers, deacons, musicians, amen, lottie-dottie, everybody, thank you. There is something that is true, and we all know it to be true, and that is that God gives us power when we make right choices. When we choose to live our lives in accordance with his word, his will, his way, then we'll have additional power for life. God uses all kinds of people with different backgrounds, various ages, economic statuses, languages, and ethnicities. In other words, God uses people who are not afraid to trust God completely, or what we'll call having faith, and this faith produces enormous power for greater purpose. The Bible tells us that there is a direct correlation between faith and power. The more faith we put in God, the more we allow God to direct our lives, the more power and the more blessings we're going to have. So in order for me to function in the area of discipleship, I have to understand that I cannot do a kingdom assignment without power. Everything we face, brothers and sisters, we need power to overcome and be effective in the areas that we are called to. So if your faith doesn't continue to grow in your relationship with God, you won't have the faith to see God's kingdom come in your life. But in the lives of those around us, they are looking for somebody that is connected to God, that they can connect to, that understands what it means to really have faith. Many of us have faith in tangibles, but we don't have faith in the supernatural. And brothers and sisters, if you don't have faith in God, there is no atmosphere that is conducive for God to move. You need faith for God to move. You tap into real power when you understand what it means to have a connection with God by faith, because we all have to work to get our faith up. Touch a neighbor for the first time and tell them, get your faith up. Come on, tell somebody else, get your faith up. If we get our faith up, then it can raise our level of expectation for God to move, watch this, in every situation, not just some. Now, what I have discovered in my own personal life, I'm growing to a place that in every situation, I'm looking for God to activate my faith and show up. Not in some places. I'm looking for God to show up in every situation. Can I pause and give you a word that's not connected to my notes, and that is this. When you understand having God raise your level of faith and expectation, what it does is it taps you into a vein in God that when situations arise in your life, you're not moved by the situation, because faith says, I've seen him do this before. If God has made ways in your life before, if God has moved in impossible looking situations before, there is no situation that comes into your life that the power of God does not have the ability to pull you out of. I know some of you don't understand what I'm saying. Let me see if I can pull you closer so I can teach you right quick and help you understand. If you've ever been in a bad relationship and God has brought you out of a bad place before, it don't matter how many different relationships you get in. What I've discovered is this one premise. There is nothing that can come into my life that God does not have the power to control. But what he's trying to do, he's trying to use every situation as a faith stepstone, that you believe him more on this level than you did on the last level. So what God, Lord have mercy on them. So what God will do, God will sometimes orchestrate big situations and take your little bitty faith and then put you in a place where he makes you raise your level of expectation that says, I'm not just looking for God to pay bills no more. I'm looking for God to send me money so I can open my business, so I can be a blessing to somebody else. I refuse to come into the earth, live in the kingdom, and still work for everybody else. Nah, baby, there's going to come a season, there's going to come a day, there's going to come a space where God is trying to increase my faith capacity, and I need God to trust me with more. I said, I need God to trust me with more. What do you mean? I'm tired of living on the same faith level that every week I show up, I'm believing God for the stupid stuff. Nah, that day is over. I'm looking for God to raise the dead. I'm looking for God to give sight to the blind. I'm looking for God to release those that are mute. I'm looking for God to do exceedingly above. I wish I had a church. Above all I can ask God. Somebody shout, increase my faith. Need God to increase my faith. He moves by faith and faith alone. Wait a minute. He moves by faith and faith alone. Which means, Lord, I'm going to have church. Which means he's not moving by my shout. I know you don't like that. He's not moving by my dance. If my shout and my dance is not connected to faith. Because there are some times that I show up for church that I'm honestly giving him a sacrifice of praise because I don't know what he's going to do next. So even though I can't see it, I'm going to dance, I'm going to shout, and I'm going to praise him on what I can't see. Because if I shout and dance on what I can't see, he brings into reality the thing that I'm believing him for. That's why some of y'all got to understand. When you see people running around, jumping and screaming and speaking in tongues, some of them ain't trying to shun, some of them are, but everybody ain't trying to show up. There's a few of us in here that shout no credit because I don't see it. I don't know how you gonna do it. The only thing I know is I got a promise that he made me, and if I tell the truth, sometimes what I see is contradicting to what he said. So I'm gonna just stand right here and I'm gonna dance until I see what he said. Touch somebody for time number 2 and tell them you better get your faith up. If you believe in God to do something bigger and something better in your life, you got to elevate your faith. In one day, a disciple can move from the glory of heaven to the attack of hell. Tell your neighbor, that's a quick shift. You can move from being on the mountaintop to having the greatest attack of your life. Now, can we track the text? Because if we track the text, you remember that Jesus took Peter, James, and John on Mount Hermon where Jesus was transfigured. The Bible said that his clothes became white. So white that the New American Standard says a launderer couldn't even get his clothes that shiny. He was transfigured, transformed, metamorphosed, what we've been talking about. Now notice, after that great experience, Jesus, Peter, James, and John returned to the other 9 disciples, and they found them involved in a dual problem. First, they were unable to deliver a boy from demonic control. And then the scribes were debating with him and perhaps even taunting them about their failure. So as always, Jesus stepped in to solve the problem. Now, brothers and sisters, this is a contrast of the need of power. Because what we've got to understand is that we need Jesus consistently and constantly in our lives. Because if you notice, while Jesus, Peter, James, and John were on the mountain of glory, everybody else that is separated from him is going through hell. The world, brothers and sisters, has problems that the disciples of the kingdom are supposed to be able to handle. But they obviously lack the power to perform because they are around Jesus, but they don't have faith in him to the degree that they need. There is a level of expectation that those that are in the kingdom are supposed to adhere to. So if anyone can get results from heaven, it should be those that serve the Lord. Now my problem is, most of you church folk need more prayer than the word. Pastor, can you pray for me? Week 1. Pastor, can you pray for me? Week 2. Pastor, can you pray for me? Week 3. Let me do like the narrator did in the play Nicole was in last night. 1 year later. Pastor, listen, let me ask you a question. How in the world do you expect to ever be a blessing to anybody if you can't keep yourself together? I mean, you mean to tell me every day of your life you gotta complain? Just go and pray and just go Lord. Every time I just, let me say this. Let me just be transparent. I'm sick of you always want to throw in the towel, saints. Every week I just feel like throwing in the towel. I just feel like giving up. You just don't understand. Listen, you don't understand that if the devil can keep you in a state of discouragement and depression and being downtrodden, he will always have situations come in your life that will make, if you learn how to elevate your faith, you start telling the devil crazy stuff like, Negro, that's all you got. That's all you got to throw in me. Is that the best you can do? If I already overcome some stuff, there's no weapon for. I'm sorry, that's not for everybody. But there's still about 10 of y'all that'll stand up and sit back down and shout, the devil gotta come better than that. I've seen God do too much. I've seen him bring me out of the matter of fact, let's have old school church. You can't make me doubt him. I know too much about him because there is no secret to what God can do. What he's done for others, he'll do. Touch somebody, tell him he can do what he can do.
He's doing it.
So watch this. Be seated, the people behind you can't see. Watch this. The reason why the world is going to the world, the reason why the world is going to the world for answers is because we have become a powerless people. Yes. We have been content with just being saved and going to heaven. Then we think that that's all we need. And so as a byproduct, we don't get down to the real work of doing ministry to the hurting people. Because here's the problem. Most of us are so selfish. You can't put your hurt to the side to help the hurting because you're selfish. You are only concerned about you. Now, if truth be told, some of the hurt you complain about is self-inflicted.
Come on, Jackson.
Look at the father's problem in the text. The father has a problem. Right, the father has a problem because the boy was both deaf and dumb. And the demon was doing his best to destroy him. If I had time, and I don't, if I had time, and I don't, come on, I would tell you. I started just now. If I had time, I would tell you, this smells like the perfect picture of the modern world. This boy is both deaf and dumb, but this demon is trying to destroy him. Look at this present generation. Filled with demonic presence. Wait a minute, hold up. Just talk about something. Hold up. The text says he's deaf and dumb, he's mute from birth. Childhood. Could it be he was born with this demon? So if he's born with this demon, he didn't get the demon vicariously. He got the demon through sperm. He got the demon because his mama and his daddy hooked up. So the seed that fertilized the egg had to be demonic. Either it was the seed or the egg. Let me ask you a question. Honest question. Just honest question. Who birthed your demons? Come on. I'm talking about that part of you that you don't want to discuss, that you can never get delivered from because you don't want to discuss it because some of it happened in your childhood. Some of you like me that have become bitter because you never knew how to process your pain, because for most of us, we didn't even know we were in pain until we got out the house, got into a relationship, and somebody did something to us that sent our mind back to where we first got hurt from. That's too heavy for some of y'all, because y'all just want to dance in church, but y'all don't want to talk about the real issues. And some of y'all sitting here full of demons and shout every week but never get delivered. See, the devil don't care about your dance. He just don't want you free of the demons. And truth be told, you can dance with them spirits, because them spirits know how to move you. Because we can sit in here and shout. I can tell you, I got a feeling everything gonna be all right, and you will shout over the feeling. Because demons got feelings. But that's not the essence of deliverance. I just need some folk in here to help me right quick, that'll help me testify. I want to get all the demons off of my children. I don't want them to have to struggle with the same struggles that I had to struggle with. I don't want them to end up in the same situation, going through cycles and cycles. Somebody's got to be a cycle breaker. Imagine what it would be like for the father to try to care and protect this boy that's full of demons. This father brought this boy to the disciples that are supposed to represent Jesus, and Jesus had given the disciples power, authority to cast out demons, yet their ministry to the boy was ineffective. No wonder the Lord was grieved with them. And brothers and sisters, let me ask a parenthetical. How often he must be grieved with us when we fail to use the spiritual resources he's given us to be a blessing to his people. His father now has made, watch this, his father has made an assumption about Jesus because of the disciples. Read the text. He said, JB, I brought my boy to you. But you weren't here. So because I couldn't get to you, I got to your boys. And your boys couldn't do their job. Oh, Jesus. How sad is it? Because see, here's what you think with your religious mind. You think you need a title to do the work of ministry. Because you say stuff like, oh, that just go for the pastor. So you can live like the devil, but hold me to a standard I can't hold you to.
Come on, Jackson.
Because if I got a bottle of Ciroc in the picture, y'all gonna say, he knew better. But you come to the same church. Because you think there's a disconnect between you and me. So it is in the natural, so it is in the spirit. Everybody is supposed to do the work of evangelism. Everybody is supposed to be a kingdom and ambassador, which means that everybody is supposed to have a level of power. And can I tell you how I know we lost power? Because some of us don't even know how important it is to lay hands on our own children. You don't know how important it is. I tell you this, my birth mother knew enough that she would get oil, and in the middle of the night, sometimes she would come and anoint us with oil. Sometimes she would smear us. There were some times that you would go outside and you see a cross on the door. It was at least a sign that the devil can't come up in here. But you know why we lost power? Because we're just trying to make money. We're trying to be ballers. We're trying to live the high life. Everybody want to be the big wheel. But what you got to understand is while we're making money, our children are suffering. While we're trying to work overtime to make more so we can have more, our children are suffering. Your brothers don't need a new pair of Jordans. They need Jesus. I knew y'all wasn't going to be honest. I knew you wasn't going to be honest. Because you think that as long as you give them what they want, they're supposed to be all right with you. Woe unto you that your child looks nice and wear name brand clothes, but don't have integrity, don't have character. And if you have not been watching the news, you will discover there is an epidemic that our children are dying. 8 because you so busy trying to be their friend. They think everybody's supposed to be their friend. And then you on the news because the cop that shot your child. Talking about, I know he robbed somebody, but the cop didn't have to kill. What the ham and cheese did you think was going to happen? Your child should have had this behind at home. And ministry is becoming ineffective because we just want to run and shout, but there's no real deliverance. I'm so sick of y'all coming to the altar and crying and falling out snot and then leave and live like the devil Monday through Saturday. Stay your behind in your chair if you're not serious about deliverance. Come up here wasting our time. We trying to pray you through and pray you through. And Pastor, I'm tired of him whooping on me. Pastor, I'm tired of him doing me like that. But every week you take your little saturated hips right back to the same place we trying to pray you out of. You got to make a decision, and you got to understand that you are held accountable for what you do. If you can't handle the consequences, keep your legs closed. You tired of her taking your check? Keep your pants zipped up. They ain't like that either. Ministry has become ineffective. Oh, I'm on my way out. Ministry has become ineffective because we're not serious about what ministry really is. We have gotten caught up in a bunch of church mechanics that we're like church robots. All we know is yes, Lord, yes, Lord. But we don't mean it from a real place. See, when you understand the effectiveness of ministry, you realize I don't have to be in the church building to operate how I operate. Lord Jesus. Some of y'all need to understand that you got power. And if you operate in your power, that's why people get intimidated of you anytime you come around. Because when you really got power, you don't have to advertise who you are. The fact that you step in and change the atmosphere says that I got enough power to heal whatever you need. So the text, I'm going to just preach one point. I'll pick this up later. The text shows us that this man is trying to discredit Jesus because of the actions of the disciples. I brought them to your boys. They couldn't hear. They're supposed to be yours. Because if I can discredit those who follow Jesus as powerless, then as a byproduct, I can discredit Jesus in the eyes of the people. And that was the plight of the religious leaders, because they are trying to say that if these are your boys, how come they couldn't do the job? Notice, brothers and sisters, Jesus comes down from the mountain, takes the spotlight off the disciples and says, what y'all talking about? Because see, now the disciples are humiliated. All right. You know, I'm telling you what's amazing. Didn't tell you they finna get mad, so pray for it. It's amazing. People can have this ministry anointing. The Lord called me. He equipped me. I'm a preacher of the Most High. Don't get them bookers a notice and pass on the mic. Let's see how much ministry they got. Okay. Because one thing Granddaddy told us, he said, if you're a real preacher, we can wake you up in the middle of the night. You can do, listen, anybody who know me know, I can do this almost in my sleep. Because when you read enough and you study enough, I don't need nothing to activate me to pray. Because I already have a prayer life. See, that's what bothers me about some of y'all. You need a cheerleader to get you pumped up. I don't need a cheerleader to get me pumped up. Because I have service every day. From the moment I get up and tell God thank you, something on the inside of me starts to wake up. I don't have to get around other people. Because if you gotta wait on the crowd, you showing out. There's a few of us in here that can testify. I serve God every minute of the day. they are weak in their faith. But not only are they weak, the Father's faith is weak. Now, he was part of this faithless generation. Remember, Jesus said, "You unbelieving bunch of jokers." Watch this. He was rebuking all of them. Because he was told, if you can believe, he had to cry. Wait a minute. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. The child is demon possessed. Angie, where is it? Closing the book. He's a part of an unbelieving generation. But watch this, Deacon is saying. The text says that the Father is trying to discredit Jesus on behalf of the disciples. Watch what he says. I brought them to your boys. They couldn't do nothing. So, if they can't do nothing, ain't no telling what you can do. Watch what he says. So, if you can do anything, have mercy on us and help. Jesus said, hold on, player. What you mean if I? This is not a matter of me. This is a matter of your faith. I want to ask y'all a question and try not to run out the door. Can you believe God beyond what I can believe him for you? No. It's easy to believe when it's my faith. Pastor, I need you to agree with me in faith. But what really is the demarcation of your faith is, can you prophesy to your own situation without my assistance? That by the time you get to me, you're just telling me, hey, you know what? I decided that I was going to trust God on another level. So you know what I did? I didn't bring my child to you. I prayed for that book of myself. And what I did, I started rebuking that devil off of here. I just want to ask y'all a question. Do you really have enough faith that God can do the impossible in your life? Do you have enough faith that it doesn't matter what situation you find yourself in? You got enough faith you can believe God to pull you out. I need you to help me. Grab somebody by the hand, look them in the face, and tell them I'm tired of living on somebody else's faith. It's time for me to upgrade my level. You didn't tell nobody. I said touch somebody and tell them I'm tired of living on somebody else's faith. I'm tired of living vicariously through somebody else. I'm not looking at your deliverance as my own. I want my own deliverance. I wish I had help. I said I want my own deliverance. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait. There you go. Hold on.
My God.
Hold up. Jesus said, only the impossible can happen to the person that believes.
Yeah.
Which means that you were looking for the disciples to do what you yourself didn't believe. Can I ask you a question? Why would you come to me for prayer? If you don't have the faith to believe what I'm praying for. That's the problem with many of us. I told y'all, you trying to pimp the system. You want God to do what you don't want to believe him for. But God is only obligated to move on your level of faith. If you, I prove it. Hebrews 11, verse number 6. And without faith, it is impossible to please God. Because anybody who comes to him must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. God is trying to elevate your level of faith so that he can give you power. Because if you want great power, you got to have great faith. I need y'all to help me preach, because God is using some of your situations to raise your level of faith. So what will he do? God will allow a sickness to hit your body and then make it look impossible. And then God will make you connect your faith with him. And then he'll pull you out of what, I need y'all to help me, expectation is not where it needs to be. I just need a little help. I need to ask y'all a question. Sean, help me have church. Is there anybody here that can testify when you put your faith in God? Whatever you need him to do, God is able to do it. He'll give you power to help you overcome. The Bible says, when the Father cries, I believe, but Lord, help my unbelief. The Bible says, Jesus makes a move, tells the boy, I want you to come in, talks to the demon, and said, you mute, dumb spirit, I command you to leave here. Here's my shout. And when you leave, you don't have permission to come back again. What I know about God, when you put your faith in him, he'll give you a permanent solution to your problem. Lean on your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're dealing with. But tell them, neighbor, if you activate your faith, God's getting ready to give you a permanent solution. Y'all not helping me. I say, tell your neighbor, if you activate your faith, God is getting ready to give you a permanent solution. God is getting ready to take from you what's been tormenting. When he takes it, it won't have permission to come back again. I need you to lay hands on yourself and say, self, you don't have permission to go back where he pulled me out of. Y'all not helping me. Tell yourself, I refuse to go back to where I was. I refuse to open my heart to another deadbeat. I refuse to give my time to people that don't love me. I refuse to go back to the same rut that he brought me out of. But this time, when he brings me out, it's a permanent change. Is there anybody here? I wish y'all would help me preach. Is there anybody here that wants a permanent change? A change that says, I won't go back. I can't go back to where I was. I refuse to go backwards. When he brings me out, it ain't never coming back. One more time, throw your hand up and say, Lord, I need some help. Help me out of this. Help me out of my struggle. Help me out of my pain. Help me out of my strain. Help me out of my depression. Help me out of my despair. And when it leaves, I'm shutting the door. Locking the door around you. You can't come back. You can't come back. You can't come back. I'm tired of going through the same thing. I want to change. Is there anybody that want to that I need to give y'all. Let's tell the church up. I said I got one more word that I need to give y'all. Grab a neighbor for the second to the last. I said grab a neighbor for the second to the last time and say, neighbor, Pastor been trying to tell you for the last 25 minutes, this is your season to get power, but this power has got to come through faith, and I want God to pull me out. I got to trust Him. If I want God to make a way, we gotta get together. If God is gonna make a way, it's got to be through my faith. So while I'm shouting, while I'm leaping, while I'm dancing, I'm connecting my faith to the spirit way, and I'm telling God, every sickness in my body, I'm connected with your power. Every low self-esteem, just heard the Lord tell me to release this. And whoever received it, just give God praise. But the Lord just told me to tell y'all that every situation you've been dealing with for the last 90 days, God said, I set it up to introduce you to real power. I said, whatever you've been going through for the last 90 days, God is ready to release fresh power. But y'all do me one more favor. I got one more thing that I need to show you in this text. And we gonna praise God together. Because I feel the day is working over here. I said one more thing. And we gonna praise God together. I said one more thing. And we gonna praise God together. Let me borrow one more touch your neighbor. And grab you a neighbor. And say, neighbor, it's my last time following you. But say, neighbor, there's one more thing in this text that we gotta see. And that is this, that the Lord sees my condition.